Welcome to Managemart, online office for pros. In this video, we'll tell you about how the Managemart settings management features works. To get to the settings section, click on the gear in the lower left corner of the screen. You can also get to this page by clicking on the company's name on top of the page and then select Settings from the drop-down list. On the page Settings on the left side, you will see the list of settings with the following subdivisions. First, Company. Second, Invoices and Estimates. Third, Email. Fourth, Maps and Route. Fifth, Online Payments. In the Company section, on the top of the page, you can see your company logo. You can select or change it by pressing the button Change. In the Identification section, by clicking on the pencil, you open a window with the following fields. Full name, your company name, required to be filled in. Tax ID, tax registration number of the company, optional to be filled in. License, company license number, optional. In the Context section, if you wish, you can add context about your company. These fields are not required to fill, but entering this information will help your customers to quickly find your contacts for communication. After all, they will be also displayed on your documents, invoices, and estimates. Here you will find email, email address of your company, phone, company's phone number, country, where the company is registered, state, where the company is registered, city, where the company is registered, address, company's address, postal code, zip code, website, link to your website, Facebook, link to your Facebook account. To save all the changed settings, please press Save. SMS signature. A window containing only one field, optional. Here, you can enter a signature that will be displayed at the end of SMS messages from your company. In the Preferences section, you set the display settings for the basic units: date format, time format, money format, time zone, temperature. Select all items from the drop-down list when you click on the appropriate field. Week start. Choose the beginning of your work week. Records on page. Setting which is limited to the number of records on the page. For example, the number of accounts. Base currency. Select the base currency of your company. Account standing. Also choose from the list. In the subsection Invoices and Estimates, the first part is called Estimate to Invoice. There are two items in this window. Transfer terms. By setting the slider to the active position, your terms will display the terms field with the text that you submit in the Estimate Default Messages section. If the slider is in the inactive position, then will be applied the default invoice terms. Transfer notes. By activating the slider here, in your estimates, the notes field will be displayed with the text that you submit in the Estimate Default Messages section. If the slider is in the inactive position, default invoice notes will be applied. In the penalty part, you can set a penalty for late payment. To do that, click on the slider. In Penalty Type, select from the list a percentage or a fixed amount, and in how much, interest rate, or add the amount manually. In the Invoice Default Messages part, you can fill in the fields with notes. Notes visible to customer, and terms that the client will see in invoices if you activate the sliders in the Estimate to Invoice part. By clicking on the sliders in the address on invoice settings, you can activate and show the following data in your invoices: show phone number, show email address, show license number, show website URL. Similarly, in the client area part, the Show Statement slider activates and shows a client statement. Part of the preferences is responsible for default settings in the Invoices and Estimates section. Invoice Start Number – type of numbering of invoices. Estimate Start Number – type of numbering of estimates. Group tasks in invoice. Grouping tasks in invoices by the selected parameter from the list by client name, task, or asset. Past due term. The period during which the invoice must be paid. Outstanding balance. You can show or hide the outstanding balance. Property name in invoice. The name of the property in the invoice. If not, it will show only the address. Show payment stop. Show payment receipt. In the email section, by clicking on Default Email Messages, you will open a window where you can enter the message. This text will be shown in case you send invoice, estimate, document. In the Maps and Routes subsection, by activating the slider, you agree that your business address will be the starting and finishing point on maps and routes. In the Units Used field, you can choose the units in which the distance will be calculated on maps and routes. Imperial, English units, imperial system, metric system. In the last subsection, named Online Payments, you can connect, set up your Stripe account for the convenient online payments. To do this, simply click on the Connect with Stripe button and follow the instructions. Thanks a lot for your attention. Don't miss the opportunity to subscribe for the 7-day free trial and try out business software for pros by Managemart.